Hello everyone! Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel, This Chick Budgets. For those who don't know me, my name is Elle. I am a 43-year-old living with my husband and we are in debt up to our eyeballs. Content interests you? Keep watching. So this is how I chose to track my digital sinking funds and all of my cash envelopes. So each one of these squares represents one of my sinking funds. I happen to have a few accounts at my bank that I am able to basically use as holding tanks to hold my cash. So this is just one way that I have thought up to make it easy so that I can track our sinking funds and our spending. I really wasn't one to track my spending before because if you look at the overall picture of our month and everything that we spend, we really don't spend outside of our daily spending unless it's a dire emergency, by which it would go on the credit card. But I know exactly what I'm buying. I buy the same stuff every month. So I never really saw value in tracking my spending. However, I wanted to do savings challenges, and I have a habit of what is in that account, I'm going to spend every penny. So I wanted to force myself to go one step further and try to not spend every single penny. So that is why I kind of decided to rethink the idea of tracking my spending, but maybe do it in a way that works for me. So in another video, I am going to go over my cash wallet and the trackers that I had made for my cash envelopes to track my spending, which would be my daily spending, food, gas, miscellaneous, animals, things of that nature. Actually, it would be everything that is in this right here, if it's gonna let me. So gas, fuel, pets, animals, miscellaneous, date night, health, and grocery. So all of these are going to go into a sinking fund, and the grocery, date night, miscellaneous, and animals, I really just spend every penny. So I wanted to do things different, and I really want to get into tracking, but my way. So this is my way of tracking my spending. So I do have a savings challenges account that I am going to transfer money into as we go along. The cash envelope right here is intended for our cash box that we do keep on hand. We live very rurally, so sometimes cash is king. And I do keep $150 to $200 on hand at all times. So I am actually going to just put $150 in there. I am currently at $111. Our home deductible is what we're working on as a priority along with our fencing. We also have an equipment sinking fund for our commercial lawnmower and all of our equipment. Our auto life prep is for things like a will, burial plans, things of that nature, so that our kids don't have to worry. Our fencing project and homestead are actually one bank account and they're combined. So this is just a breakdown of letting me know how much I have allocated to each one. Now, you actually don't need a lot of bank accounts to work with. I am just blessed to have a bank that offers free accounts. So I decided to take full advantage, but you can very well do exactly as I did and put your fencing and homestead or all of your sinking funds in one savings account and either do a manual tracking system or you can do this digitally. I happen to do my entire workbook in Google Sheets, which makes it really easy, especially if you're married or have a spouse. It's very, very hard for me to talk about finances with the hubby. It's not something that men are enthused about or anxious about getting into. It's just something they dread, and I think it's actually in their nature too. But my husband's really easy to talk to once you start getting him going and asking those right questions, like, what's on the agenda for your truck this year? That's a good segue into a conversation. Or what are your plans for, the pool renovation? Or, what do you want to build, or what animals do you want to get? I have found that opening up with a manly question really opens them up to the entire conversation. So this just enables me to download Google Sheets on my husband's phone. Now, I did find a way to make it simple. And I will put a picture up here on the screen of my home screen on my cell phone. I was able to take my budget worksheet, or workbook, I should say, that I made in Google Sheets, and I simply hid the Google Sheets icon on his phone, so it's not on his home screen, but I made his own little icon button that says a $, and it says budget. So all he has to do, like everything else on your phone, click the icon, and my Google workbook or Google Sheets workbook automatically opens up to my budget. So I did make that really, really simple for him. So it's one click and he gets into this entire workbook. So this is a way for him to know where we have our money, what our budget looks like, so that he can see it when we either conversate about it, or whether he has a question or wants to know why he can't buy something for his truck this month. He knows exactly where all the money is going. So that made it really, really simple and just enticed me that this was a good idea. So we have, from our last paycheck 2, we have this $17 cash that I was to put in our Cashbox. And now that is what I am going to put in my sinking fund for May 29th. So May 29th, I am going to put $17. Now, this $17 is going to go in my Cashbox, and the next thing I'm going to do is make sure that I do not have more than $150 in my Cashbox, because anything over that $150, I am going to put toward savings challenges. So I did manage to sell a few chickens this week, as well as some hatching eggs. So I have some cash that I will be counting and contending with, as well as the $20 from the beginning of May that I have yet to put into my Cashbox. So that actually should be $37. So that leaves all of my chicken money, which I'm going to count now. So here's all of my cash that I have to deal with. Now, $20 of this comes from the beginning of the month's cash allotment. And then my last paycheck, $524, I put $17 into our Cashbox additional. So I'm going to do 17. So we have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. So we have $37 that I am going to mark on my sheet, and that is going to go in my Cashbox. So I did sell chickens and some hatching eggs this weekend, so I have $30 left to play with. So I'm going to count the cash only that is in my Cashbox. I already know I have $40 worth of quarters, so I am just going to make sure that my Cashbox does not exceed $150, and if it does, I'm going to take the overage, and that's going to be my savings challenge money. So let me just put all of this in order. All right, so I've only got 2 20s. So I have $40 in 20s, and I've got 110. 2 10s. And now my 5s. Got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Just count that one more time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have $138, plus I have $40 in quarters. So I have $178. I only want to keep, I don't know if you can see that. I only want to keep $150. So I need to take out $28. There's 3. There's 8. And I'm going to do 2 10s. So that's how much we have left to play with. $28. There's my 150. So I also have to account for it over here. So I am going to put 6, 4, hey. I'll have to change that font in a minute. And I have 28. I can do this faster on my phone than I can on my iPad. It's just how it rolls. So I've got $54.34 in my Savings Challenges account. All right, so this is the Savings Challenge binder that I had created for myself. It is just strictly, I think it's like a 5x7 binder. I can actually, it is 6, maybe 7.5, 6 by 9. I got it on Amazon. I'll try and link it in the description. This was years and years ago, so I've had this binder for quite a while. And I just took a quote offline and just, you know, stuck it inside the sheet protector on some scrap paper. And then I can move my camera. This was one savings challenge that I made to save up more money for our home deductible in particular. And this is to save an extra $700. Each icon, with exception of the faucets, are $20, and each of the faucets is $10. And my thought process behind this was I'm saving for our home deductible, so I wanted it home oriented. So we've got houses and faucets and roofs, wind damage, fire. So I thought it was really cute and it really came out really good. I shocked myself, but I thought it was fun. The next one, I'm not sure you can see it. I chose to print in black and white just to save on ink, so I didn't really print in color. Is my no spend challenge. I do have this on my agenda to try and do a pantry challenge and save our grocery budget. So that is something that I'm going to do in the future. Our next one is Fly Away Debt. So I love birds, so I chose to get a tree with a bunch of birds to color in, as well as all the birds in the sky. So all of the larger birds are $10, and each one of these little black birds are $5 a piece. So it will equal $220. Fence Us In. I'm kind of on the fence about this one, quite literally, because I already have a fencing sinking fund, although I already have a home deductible sinking fund. So these are just to add more money and just to make it fun. These are all fence posts. I hope you can see that. they're all individual fence posts that I made gray for me to color in, and it's $25 each fence post. Now I probably know you can't see this one, so I will bring it closer. It is Love Me. It is just a gray heart with a bunch of little hearts for me to color in. Each heart is $10. It will save $420, which is $110 for each of us, to do with what we please. And we do not get paid every week, so I didn't want to do a 52-week challenge. We're not weekly paid household. So we do get 26 bi-weekly paychecks, so I made a bi-weekly challenge instead. So this was going to save $650. Each envelope is $25. So those are all of the savings challenges so far that I have made for myself. I am checking out some other creators' freebies that they have offering and see if maybe that I could use them, but these are just the ones that I created myself. So I do have $54. We started our savings challenge envelope with $26 and some change. I just rounded it to 26, and we're adding 28. So that leaves us with $54 to play with. So I'm gonna deal with my cash first. I don't really like keeping cash. My bank is not local, so it'll be a drive in order to deposit it. So for right now, I have $28. So for $28, I know I don't have any single challenges. So these three I'm gonna put aside until I can make one. So I have 2 10s and a 5. I am gonna choose to do our home deductible. So I'm gonna take the sheet out. And y'all, I got all of these Crayola markers at Dollar General, and they came out to $2. So I got all these pretty colors. I'm super excited. I think it is, yeah, Super Tips washable markers. I liked it because it came with a lot of the neutral tones. I really, really liked that. It came with, you know what I mean, more of the neutral base. So I ended up getting these, but they were $2, y'all. All right, so I am going to color one of these in. This is going to be $10. All right, so we've got one done. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to put it aside. Actually, you know what? If I have cash, I might as well put it in here. Thought I just had. I'm not gonna do the no spend challenge. I will do the fly away, which will earn us $220, or save us, I should say, $220 when we're done. So I'm gonna do actually each of these. So I'm gonna color in a bird. I'll do this one. So that takes care of another $10. And I got a 5 left, so I am going to color in one of these other birds. And then I can take my $15 and put this in back in its sleeve. Oops. So y'all, all I did was print on a regular sheet of paper, and I made each of my sinking or my savings challenges 5 by 7, so I could fit 2 on a page. And I was able to get two savings challenges on one page, and I just cut them out. and they fit in the screen protectors just perfect, leaving us with $25 left to stuff. Now this one is going to be electronically stuffed because it's already in my Savings Challenges account. So this one is going to be our bi-weekly challenge, and assuming I do have $25 left, I'm just gonna fill in an envelope. All right, so that one is done. And that uses up all of the money except the $3. I will make another savings challenge before next month's savings challenge fill, and we'll include that for next time. All right. Home, we have $5.12. Equipment, I have $30.06. Auto, I have $63.07. Life Prep, $5.69. Fencing project, we have $4.50. Homestead is everything else. It includes $80.25. Tax filing, we do have an accountant, so this is an expense that I pre-save for. This will actually be the first year that I'll be doing that. I did used to cash flow it and split it into 2 checks. However, his fee has gone up, but it is something I have to now set up a sinking fund for. Trash pickup and Dollar Shave Club. Y'all, I called the local waste facilities and tried to get how much it would cost us to drop off trash. Holy crap, they want like $30 a month. $30 a month is more expensive than my trash pickup, so I'm just gonna deal with the trash pickup for now. Our Dollar Shave Club is quarterly, so that right now has $4 in it. Our pool renovation is not really top priority right now. Our emergency fund is fully funded. We met our first 1,000. I'm gonna continue. I do want to get to 1 month. And that is it. My dog Gabriel is saying, "Mom, get off the freaking computer." So this is how I am tracking my sinking funds. I am just going through the middle of each month. When I do fill my sinking funds, I'm gonna fill in all of my little deposits, what I take away from my trackers, and I am going to see what I come up with. Now, a running total of all of our sinking fund accounts is $1,922.60. That is awesome. That is really, really awesome. I'm very, very pleased with that. I did want to explain how I did my sinking funds. I do have multiple bank accounts. You can easily just track it digitally into 1 bank account or 2 bank accounts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got a different way to do sinking funds. If you find this video helpful, please, please, please like and subscribe. I would love you greatly. So many people have been liking my videos and subscribing lately, and I cannot thank you enough. Everyone that is supporting me, everyone that is coming on board, supporting this channel, encouraging me, offering kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Very much an introvert. I'm very, very homebody-ish. So the fact that people even listen to a word I have to say is just a blessing in itself. Stick with me, going on this journey together, and we'll see how much debt we can erase this year. So until next time, bye everyone.